Today we'll be trying to install a turbo back kit from ZZP Performance. This was bought for the sedan, but this is a hatchback now. Don't have the sedan anymore. They say it might not fit, but we're going to try anyway. The first step is getting these 3 Torx bits off. There's 1, 2, and then there's a third right there. Now you don't need to have the Torx bits. You can just use something like this. This is a 5/16, and then also it'd help to have one of these adjustable wrenches, because this is how I got off this screw, because it's so tight. So this is handy. And later on they say you're going to need a 13mm normal socket with some extensions, because there's another one down here which I'll show hopefully soon if I can get these videos together. Millimeter is very hard to get off. If you follow this all the way down, you see that yellow tape. It's straight in front of that. If I can zoom in, right there, right there. That's what you need to get this off. Some people say that you can get extensions and other tools to get between here, but I found if you loosen this right here and you go underneath the car, and then you're able to push that down, which will give you more access to get a tool in there. And I'll show you. If you go underneath the car, so now here's the pipe that you move down, and you're able to get much better access to the bolt right here, and then you get your wrench on it. This piece right here, I folded it back so I could keep my arm, and then you just use the ratchet to get at this right here. That's just a pain, but it finally got loose, and I hear that that's one of the bolts that holds the downpipe on, so you need to get that off right there. But that's how I did it from the underside. And first put your socket on, put it on there first, and then finagle your wrench into it by, pushing this back. Much easier if you have a friend or helper, but it can be done. When you're done with that nasty bolt, I should say taking the nut off there, you want to take this 13mm off of the V-band or the turbo clamp, and once I got it loose, this end was hung up on it, so you pretty much, I just took a screwdriver, or if you can get your finger in there, and then you can expand it out. So now both ends are open. Then from there, you want to eventually take your O2 sensor plug out. But next, what I did is come under here and you loosen this. I'll show you where it's at. And you don't have to take it off, you just loosen it, because it's gonna slide like that. These bolts, they don't come out. They're like sealed in there, rusted. Anyway, yeah, they didn't loosen all the way, so they snapped off. But if you buy the ZZP kit, it comes with new nuts and bolts attached to the downpipe right there. So thank you, ZZP. And then from here, that's where you put your downpipe on. I've got more pieces. The mid pipe, and then the high flow cat, or second cat, first cat, which I'll get into later. So now we'll join the downpipe into position. Once we take off the... someone said this is a pain on the car. They are the same type. So you'll see there's a right here that has to be pushed this way, and once you do it, you'll hear it unlock, or kind of course I already did it earlier, so I don't know if it's going to make the noise again. Once you have that, it's clipped to this plastic piece here. I didn't want to fiddle with getting that out, so while you have one hand squeezing these together, I then use the other hand and put my thumbs on either side, kind of rocked it back and forth outwards, and then it comes loose. So it's now unplugged. Oh, I just thought though, I still am going to need to... Is this lift straight up maybe? Yeah. Oh. Alright, for the O2 sensor, it's got some guides right there that line up with those. So you basically just push down and it comes out. And somehow when you go put it back together, you have to get those to line up. So to get this V-band, if you take it all the way off, the easiest way I got it back on is by angling it like this and then on. I don't know if that helps you. And also the gasket right here that goes around the top of it. I had to trim the edges because the stock one comes with these arches. I had to grind them down carefully, and yeah, that's where I'm at. This took me some trouble. I've got a jack underneath keeping it up. I have it kind of in down there, just hand tight, and now I'm going to try and hook it up and see how that goes. It does have a lip that fits, you know, into here. I don't know how it's going to go with the V-band on. So make sure that you have your, if you disconnected this, that you tighten it back up right here. I've got it pretty tight up there. I found the easiest way to get the mid pipe on is if you put it in sideways like so, and then you turn it, rotate, and then slowly join this up. And I found that if you push the screws in one at a time, it helps. And then you have it bolted in. Of course, you want to make sure that you install your other O2 sensor before you put this pipe in. And then that's what I'm going to do next. After that, you see the pipe will hang down between these two hangers here, and that's where the high flow cat will come in, slip on with a clamp right here, and then these two metal rods will go into this hole and that one, and then, you know, I used to have on the other car pieces that would go around back, but I have to improvise this time. So I'll be back once I've got the O2 sensor installed and the clamp up there. And then I can connect this piece and the rest of my piping and hopefully start it up without any huge troubles. Cross your fingers, please. For the millionth time. Well, maybe not that many, but I snugged these up for the downpipe, mid-pipe. I put the O2 sensor in before I put this all in, just to show you again the O2 sensor clip. This tab right here has to be pressed in backwards, and when you put it back there's a nice cutout that matches up right here. That helps. Thank you for watching. Hope you liked it, and this is more for beginners like me with not a lot of mechanical experience. Other videos seem to rush through it a little bit too much, so I try to be detailed, and that took me about 10 to 11 hours because I took my time. It helps to take pictures and videos before you take bits off and on, so you can see where how they go back together. It's very loud, so that was the ZZP downpipe, mid-pipe, high-flow cat combination. You know, straight pipe and then a dump underneath the car. I'll have some more videos later for the exhaust sounds, and then later with the resonator. Anyway, enjoy. If you get it for your car, you're going to be pleasantly surprised by the sounds. It's crazy.